I'm Jennifer Johnson and I raise sheep for their wool.
Welcome to Whispering Pines Shetland Sheep Farm in western New York State, home to our lovely flock of soft Shetland sheep. We breed and raise our sheep to produce soft, crimpy wool for hand spinners to enjoy. Thank you for liking this video and for subscribing to our channel.
It's a great day to move sheep today, nice and cold here in western New York. It's the middle of January and we've decided that breeding season has come to an end. They've had about 35 days, which is the equivalent of 2 cycles. So hopefully everybody's caught. What we're going to be doing is moving the ewes back in with the main flock and reintroducing the rams. So that's the most stressful part of today, is the process of putting the rams back together. And the reason it's stressful is that when rams get reintroduced to each other, they have to reestablish the hierarchy, and it's pretty aggressive. They have a tendency to rear up and then bash into each other, bash their heads. That's their typical behavior. There's a couple other things that they do, but that's the most damaging, and we've lost rams during this event. So what we do is we put them in a small enclosed area and we put bales of straw so that they don't have the ability to get a lot of distance between each other when they go and start fighting or whatever. The fighting is inevitable, and we'll probably leave them like that for a couple days until they kind of work it out, and then we let them out, check to see how they behave, and if they can sort of settle down, then that's the end of it and we're good to go. So the first thing I have to do is create lanes so that we can move the sheep without having to carry anybody. So I'm going to go do that right now. First thing I'm going to do is get all of the ewes out of the barn. Fortunately, it's not raining today. It's nice and cold, so there's just a gentle snow. It's not real windy. It's actually a perfect day for this job. So I'm going to lock them out and then get these 2 indoor pens over here resolved. All right, babies, come on. I'll help you out. Oh, come on. Time to go outside. Gotta go outside. Hi, baby. Oh, my girl. Oh, my girl. Let's go. Out. Over here, what I have is 2 temporary pens that I created, and each one has a ram in it. That's what a breeding pen is. And so what I got to do here is I'm going to put the 2 rams, I'm going to make a little triangle pen and put the 2 rams in it. And then I'll just let the girls go, because I need these panels to make the lane for the ewes that are outside, to get them to come in, right?
So my plan here is I want to get the ram isolated in a triangle of 3 panels. So if any of the ewes get out, that's okay, because I'm really just about trying to capture and isolate the rams.
Okay, so now I've got trotter isolated over there. I just have to get the white ram over here. So dirty in here. just gonna have to let the girls out. Alright, so these are the bred ewes. They're now out of the breeding pens. And I'm going to just send them outside so I can finish working on the other side. And the boys have already started to fight. All right, so now I'm going to create the lanes. I'm going to create the lanes for the outside ewes to get back in here. Also, I can remove these water buckets, I guess. I don't need those anymore. That cord's gonna have to get wrapped around something. Don't want this. Just a lot of little loose things I gotta make sure aren't, because I would just set them around while the breeding pens are set up. So like this has to get put back. Cut it out, guys. Alright, so the water buckets are gone. I just made their pen this much smaller because I was getting a little bit anxious about Trotter's horns. So now they're in this really narrow triangle just for a little bit until I get finished. This little triangle here. I just brought this panel over, so they'll be like this just for a little bit. You got a little bit of his. All right, so now I got to go make the lane into the barn for the ewes. So here's what I've done now. I made this sort of triangle pen because putting them both in the same triangle pen, I didn't like it. I was afraid that Trotter was going to impale the white ram. So we'll see how they do. I feel like Trotter wants to smash into him, but it hurts when he hits the pen. We'll see what happens. See how he rears up. All right, you guys see how you do. So I've made the lane for the ewes to have a trail to get back to the pasture and into the barn with the rest of the flock. So that's done. Now what I have to do, so right now there's two outside pens, they're separated. And each pen has a ram and his ewes. The ram doesn't have a coat. That's how you can tell it's a ram. So what I'm gonna do is we gotta get both rams in that calf hut with probably 2 bales of straw. And then close it up. We'll lock it up with this little hog panel here. I'd like to figure out a way to get them a water bucket, but it could be a little ambitious. I have an idea, but I gotta run it by Rich. And then, so once I get the rams enclosed, then I can just take the ewes into the barn. And then it's monitoring the rams to make sure they don't kill each other. So I gotta go get some straw right now. Chains and hooks so that we can reinforce the closure of the ram pen while they're getting all their testosterone worked through. So for the remainder of this job, I gotta wait for Rich. Too much stuff can go wrong, and rams, even the lambs, you just don't want to mess with that and take any chances. So, all right, so we got the ram in the hut. So we're gonna run the girls into the barn. I gotta open the barn door so they have someplace to go. All right, so everybody's locked out, hopefully. And this is open. Okay, ladies, let's go. Let's go. Oh, I like where you cover, girl. Go.
Well, bring that hay and straw over here because I'm not going to have a lot of time once I get the ram in there. I'm going to have to put the hay and straw in there right away.
So
So Rich is kind of hovering around the calf hut to make sure that the ram doesn't get out, because they're really amped up right now, and we've had them kick the gate down even though we've got latches and stuff. So that's his role, is just to make sure the rams don't get out. All right, we're bringing the second group over to this side.
The snap, you mean?
The ram from this breeding pen is still at large. You can see him there, Earl Brown. So what we need to do next is catch him and put him in the calf hut with Earl Grey, which is what we're doing here off camera, unfortunately. I think at this point we've caught Earl Brown and we're putting him in the calf hut with Earl Grey. I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but anytime I work with the sheep where I have to move them or anything, I don't feed them so that I can use the hay as a motivator. So here they haven't eaten yet this morning. They want to eat, but they're just really on high alert and amped up, so any little thing gets them spooked.
All right, you can get behind them, right? Come on. All right, come on. This is so stressful. You're so stressy. Go on. Go on. All right, so I'm gonna put this hog panel here. put them into the barn. Come on, girls. In the barn. There you go. Good girls. And now I'm going to put them over in that section over there. Just because there's too much moving of the outside gate to get wind with the ewes. Okay. Okay, now we got to get these two boys. Now we got to get these two guys in with those other two guys.
What?
I'm going to put them in one triangle and just drag that over here. So we just decided to put both bales of straw in the calf hut. Girls are pretty much situated.
Somebody might like a break here. I can't feel my fingers, so that's not helping.
You want it up on top?
No, I was going to put it next to it. I was going to put it sideways over the opening, but I don't think that's going to work. Is it? Maybe it will. Alright, we got to get them in there first. So I was just going to put it on side. I gotta fortify this somehow.
Yeah.
This side should be solid.
You could also use the panel. This is the stake we used to reinforce the panel so it doesn't come off.
Maybe that's what we use for panels.
I guess this way, right?
What? Oh, I was just going to put them all triangle and then we push it.
Oh, okay. That's a good idea. Alright, let's just go then.
Did that use this one?
Right. Okay, so there's 2 bales of straw in there. And they're gonna just work it out. Sucks is there's really no way to get water in there, but we'll figure something out. Yes, he is trying to breed trotter. Alright, the other side there is closed up, so now I'm going to, first I have to move the gate outside, but then we're going to let the girls eat. Yeah, there's hay over there, isn't there? Do you guys want to get out? A little bit of reintroduction with the girls. Getting reacquainted. He's all amped up now. It's all right. All right, that's that. There's just a few little odds and ends, gates, the buckets I gotta put away and stuff, but that's it for the most part. And just cross our fingers the rams don't injure one another. And we've got to figure out a way to get them water. So the challenge with that, it's got to be heated, so it needs electricity. It's got to be inside that hog panel. They're going to tip it over. So hopefully they can resolve their hierarchy thing really rapidly. But that is breeding season concluded. Ram reintroduction and the whole thing. Hope you liked it. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you can come back soon.